Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So this is actually my first ever video on this channel. I have had a channel before, but it was a fail because I hardly uploaded and I wasn't really into that channel, because I didn't do videos that I really wanted to do. So I had a break from it and now I'm back on this channel to do something that I actually want to talk about, want to do. So if you guys can't tell, I like reptiles. So this is my snake. She's a Stimson's python. And I also have 4 bearded dragons. So I love reptiles, I love animals, and yeah. But I was trying to, think of a video to do. And I thought, well, I love my Stimson's python. So I was thinking of doing a Stimson's python care guide. Because I googled it, and there's actually not a lot out there for Stimson's pythons. So I thought I'll do one for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy this video. And yeah, the only thing I can say though is I probably will have to put her back in her cage soon, because excuse me, because she's pretty deep in shed. I don't know if you guys can tell, but her colour is very dark and her eyes are very blue. So she's probably gonna shed any day now. And she's also not that active because I just woke her up and she's very cold because she's on her cold side. But anyway guys, let's just get into it. Sorry for the long intro, and yeah. If I keep looking down, I'm looking at my notes because I've got notes. So yeah. Okay, first off, this snake, Stimson's python, is from Western Australia. So they're from one of the warmest parts of Australia where it's very dry and humid. So, but their tank doesn't need to be misted or anything like that. They just like the dry and warm areas. Okay, so the next thing is a highly performing or whatever, which means they come in a variety of patterns. So even though they're all Stimson's pythons, they all can have different patterns. So some Stimson's pythons have like an actual circle as their pattern. Some look like grids, and yeah, highly performorbic, something like that. And yeah, they also do come in a couple different colors. Some are like a light brown, some are like this color. Like when she's not shading, she looks so much nicer. But anyway, but yeah, so that. Their length, this is what I'm pretty sure this is the smallest snake you can get in Australia. This is from the Antiresia family, which is Stimson's python, children's pythons, and spotted pythons. No, children's pythons aren't named children's pythons because they're good for children. It's because they're named after the man who found them. So yeah, she's from the Antiresia family. And they're not that they're a little bit hard to come by, I'm pretty sure, in other countries, but in Australia they're very easy to come by. And yeah, so the biggest they'll grow is about 1 meter. Some have gotten to 1.5 meters. And yeah, so she is about 1 year old. I got her as a year old, so she's probably about 1.5 years old now. I've had her for about 6 months. So yeah. So the other thing is they are quite chilled animals, like chilled snakes. She has not bit me once since I've had her, but when they hatches, just normal hatchy temperament, they can be a little bit snappy, but they normally will grow out of it. But sometimes they also do have their moods, so sometimes she's a lot harder to get out of her cage than sometimes. Like today she was super chilled and easy, but sometimes she can try to go away from me. So yeah. Heating, they like heat mats, so they like belly warmth. So I just have a heat mat for her in her tank. You can also use heat tape or heat cords. That's what I personally recommend. But you can also use lights. I recommend lights probably for adults, not really juveniles. But it's completely up to you on what tank you have and what you want to do. But I just recommend going belly heat, but it's completely up to use. Her warm side normally gets to about 33, so you do want to stick to more of the low 30s, mid 30s, and the cold side should be around mid 20s. So her cold side normally goes to about 22, and her hot side about 33. So yes. I said I use a heat mat. What else was this? They do need water. You should always supply them with water, so they have just a basic water dish. What else? Mice. So these guys, probably when they're born, sometimes they're very tiny when they're born, so they might just have like a tail of pinky mice, but they should go to pinky mice, and the biggest that they should go really is wiener rats to large adult mice. So she'll probably get to large adult mice. Right now she's on hoppers. I'm not 100%. I'll have to go check, but yeah. So by the way, right now she's about half a meter, so she's about 500 millimeters long. They do pretty well on frozen thawed mice. I don't know. I'm pretty sure she was eating frozen when I got her, but yeah, she does absolutely fine. So yeah, so she has no problems eating. The only reason she doesn't eat is because she's in shed. If you guys don't know, snakes really don't eat when they're in shed. But yeah, that's the only reason that she doesn't eat sometimes. It's because of that reason. But I just normally don't offer it to her when she's in shed, because I have before and I just wasted the mice. So yeah, to heat them up, we should just get. I just use a plastic cup. What are you doing? I just use a plastic cup and I put like really hot water in it, let it defrost for like 20 minutes, I would say, and then I just touch the mouse's stomach with my finger to make sure everything's warm, and then if I have to, I will reheat it up just so it gets like a lot warmer. It's up to you whether you want to feed your snake in the tank or out of the tank. Sometimes if you do feed your snake in the tank, they can come out with cage aggression, which pretty much means when you put your hands in, they think they're getting fed, which not all cases are like that. A lot of snakes are fine being fed in their cages, but personally, I just like feeding her out of her cage. I feed her just in a box, and it's funny because as soon as I put her in there, she knows it's feeding time. Her head goes up and she's looking for food, so she knows that's her time. So she's never really struck at me when she's in her cage, because she knows she's not gonna get food. But it's completely up to you what you guys want to do. But yeah, as juveniles, they will shed every 6 to 8 weeks, which if you don't know what shed means, when they grow they shed all their skin off, so pretty much all their skin comes off. And then once they get to adult size, they probably will shed every 8 to 10 weeks. You do want to make sure when they shed that it comes off in one piece. If it doesn't, sometimes that can mean they're stressed, their humidity, or something isn't right in their cage. So yeah. But yeah guys, so that's pretty much that situation. And you also want to make sure that in your water you do dechlorinize it, which I just put drops in it. They can get at the reptile shop or pet shop or whatever, depending where you live. But yeah, once they get to adult size, they will do well in a 3-foot tank when they're adults. When they're little, they can go in small tanks. When she was 1 year old, she was in a 45 by 45 by 45 tank, and about 3 days ago I upgraded her to a 3-foot because she was outgrowing that tank, 1, and 2, she's a very adventurous snake and she likes to go places and move, and that tank I think was just not doing it for her. So yeah. What was I gonna say? But yeah, so they will do fine with 3-foot tank. So another thing is these snakes are normally on, like, they stay on the ground most of the time, but that if you give them the opportunity to climb, they will. I have given her the opportunity to climb and she loves it. She climbs all the time. But apparently they don't like too much over their head, so yeah. And you can also keep them in plastic tubs if you want to. You don't have to keep them in a glass terrarium. It's up to you what you want to do with that. I think that's it. I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't really know. Make sure there's a hide in their cage. I have 2 hides in the tank that she has right now. I also recommend using like a toilet paper roll or like the cling wrap rolls, because they do like to feel very secure, and she loves it. She goes in it every single day. You also want to make sure they don't need UVB as well, which is like the white light. They don't need that. She gets a 12 hour cycle of 12 hours day, 12 hours night, because she's got a big window that goes right to her tank. So yeah. I'm trying to think if I'm missing something. I think that's it. I think that's it, guys. I might quickly just show you her tank, just very quickly. And then I'll pull her back because she's in shed. Hopefully she'll shed in the next 1 to 2 days. I'm praying. But yeah, so this is a great species if you do want to get a smaller species of snake that you don't want to grow to be like a carpet python. So yeah, these snakes are really good for that. Because as my first snake, I did want a smaller snake, and that's what I got. But yeah, okay. Okay guys, so this is a tank. I'm sorry for the bad quality, but I just wanted to quickly show you guys. And by the way, this is the light, so the light goes straight onto the tank, which is really good. So right now it is getting a little bit dark. But yeah. So she has these 2 sliding doors. This is the Reptile 1 tank. In here, she has a glass. She has, like, not a glass, but she has a skull in there. She's got this plant that she likes to go in. She's got all this greenery, so she hides in there. A big stick. Some, like, stick down there, if you guys can see that. She's got a hide right there, which is where her heat mat is. That's a hide in there, that hole. And then a water dish on the top. And then she also has her roll, which is what she was in. The heat mat's under there, and the thermometer is under her hide, and the thermometer gauge is right back there, if you guys can see that. And then her other one's here for the cold side. But yeah, that's her tank. It's a little bit big for her, but she goes around it, and but yeah, that's a tank. So that's that. Okay guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed my first ever video that I'm going to be posting on this channel. Stay tuned on this channel for more snake videos and reptile videos, and I hope you guys found this video a little bit useful, and yeah, bye guys.